I must have talked to you a bunch, and then
I think
then I took class.
Yeah,
took a class, and then
you took another class.
Mm-hmm.
And you took a bunch of classes.
Then I took a bunch of art.
Yeah.
Adobe Illustrator class.
Yeah.
Doodling class.
And I think you're the
painting
only
class.
one. Like there was 2, and then there was just you.
Mm-hmm. And then I started helping you in your booth.
Yeah.
And
then I got distracted. I just started getting back to my friends in my life. And, I mean, and actually, I would have liked to have hung out with you more, but it didn't work out. So, but afterwards,
well, I was still married.
Well,
I still had my husband around too.
Yeah, but that wasn't the reason why. It was more my part because Todd wasn't like that, right? He was
he's fine with me.
I never heard you say anything like, "Oh, he was this," or
no.
Yeah. Did you go to school for art?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I went to Cal State Long Beach.
Okay.
And I majored in art education, so I took a bunch.
So you were going to be a teacher?
Mm-hmm.
Did you?
No, it didn't work out. I took the teaching CBEST thing and all that. Mm-hmm. And I observed teaching classes, and then they started talking about, well, they're getting rid of the art teachers. And they're like, well, you might actually just be teaching some other subject. And it was, I don't know, I just got a bad impression.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, you know what, I don't know if I want to do that.
Yeah.
And I wasn't really a good artist. I couldn't do like...
On your own?
Yeah, I mean...
It wasn't what you expected.
Mm-hmm. It was very sad. Teacher didn't like her job, the one I observed. She didn't really like her job. Half the kids were sleeping.
Oh.
And
so when I complained to you about teaching, you totally did, right?
Yeah. But then so that didn't work out, but
pickles are really crunchy.
Mm-hmm. Well, I pretty much got married out of college.
So it wasn't like bam. You just kind of met a few times and then...
Yeah, so, went out and did some things. Because I was going to Cal State Long Beach. She was going to UCLA. Mm-hmm. He started introducing me as his girlfriend at parties.
Oh. Have you kissed yet?
I don't remember.
Oh my God.
I really am sorry. Not very interesting, huh? No, it just all worked out, I guess.
I just want to know, do you remember when he asked you to marry him?
This was silly. Because we're always wanting to do something. Mm-hmm. So we took the bus.
Yeah.
To Lakewood Mall. We had decided we were going to pick out a ring. Mm-hmm. And that's how.
Oh, so you kind of discussed it.
Yeah, it was a discussion. It wasn't a surprise.
Okay.
I was there when we picked out the ring.
Okay. And then, did you have a big wedding, a little wedding? Did you elope?
Pretty regular.
Just
like 100 people. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There was in Port Sakal, they had a chapel. So we had the guy that marries people come to the hotel to marry us in one room, and then we had the reception in the other.
Where'd you go to honeymoon?
Oh, we went to Vegas.
Were your parents there yet, or were they out here?
No, they were here still. They moved after the twins were born.
Okay. I guess after you got married and the kids and all that, you just kind of settled in, right? You weren't really ambitious to do any art before. Have you ever had an art show?
No.
No?
I was part of one in school.
I want to know, did life just happen, or did you give up, or did you where did the art go? And I'm talking early on for you.
Well, after school, I got married. Then I worked for the city for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then I worked at retail,
Mm-hmm.
art store.
All along, are you doing art?
A little bit, not really. I mean, just crafty things or just stuff if I wanted, sewing or whatever.
You know, I totally get it because I got a degree in design and illustration, but I was doing both.
Mm-hmm.
That's not fine art. That's not the same thing.
You know, once I had my children, I did a lot of things around the house.
Mm-hmm.
And,
so they're exposed to a lot of art.
And then when they were in elementary school, I started volunteering as an art teacher at the elementary school.
What I was going to say is, I just feel like life gets in the way of what you really want to do, and not in a bad way. Sometimes, but mostly it's because, kids and life, working, trying to earn a living. 3 kids.
There were 3. They're all under 2.
Yeah.
And then I had the twins. Mm-hmm. But I really liked the volunteering thing. Mm-hmm. I did that for like 10 years.
Okay.
Yeah, because once they left the school, I stayed on the board and I organized stuff.
So you did, you in a roundabout way, you did end up doing what you really wanted to do, right? Mm-hmm.
And then after a while, I did get a paying job for like a year. Mm-hmm. I worked for the city every once in a while.
What did you do there?
The election stuff.
Tell me all the places you've been.
Places I've been? Mm-hmm. Mostly in the U.S., that's all, pretty much. I've never been overseas. I went to Hawaii when I was in junior high. Mm-hmm. That was the last time I was in Hawaii.
Do you want to go anywhere?
Well, I was curious about Asian countries, mostly. Mm-hmm. Yeah. More than Europe.
Mm-hmm. Which ones? Far East or like Japan?
Well, Korea, because I'm so invested in all that stuff.
Korea what?
Korea, just because I've been so invested in so much of the culture, watching the shows. And
I was like, do you try to learn how to speak Korean?
I keep buying a book or starting a thing online, and then I stop. Mm. Or Vietnam. I thought Vietnam would be an interesting place.
I have no desire to go to Vietnam. I don't know why.
Otherwise, in Europe, though, I might go more like Germany and around that area. Mm-hmm. More than, I don't really have any desire to go to Italy.
No?
I've heard so many crazy things about it being so crowded.
Really?
Yeah.
Italy is my favorite country.
Well, I mean, maybe when I get over there, I'll change my mind.
Yeah. But until then. I mean, that's a big investment to have change your mind. Mm-hmm. Maybe when I move to Spain, you're going to have to come there. Mm-hmm. Or you come to Spain and then we'll go through Italy.
My mother went to Turkey. That was really interesting. She got a lot of interesting pictures there.
Yeah, I'm not so interested in Turkey. I hear it's beautiful. I mean, when you go on vacation, it's not like you go to the city and work in the buildings and live in where you can afford. When you travel, you go to the best places, the prettiest places, right? So everybody's like, well, I've been here and I've been there and it's so cool and so pretty. But the thing about Italy is there's no bad parts of Italy. There's no bad parts of Spain. There's no bad parts of, well, that's not true. No, there really aren't bad. Like somebody told me when I was in Paris, they're like, oh yeah, there's bad parts of Paris. Paris isn't that big. Mm-hmm. And I went all over Paris and I'm like, where's the bad parts? So what do they mean by bad? It's not like here. When you say this bad parts of LA, it really is a bad part. Right. It's a bad part of the world.
Right. Oh yeah. Totally different perspective.
Yeah. What do you feel like drawing?
Well, I don't know. I was wondering what kind of idea you had.
Sometimes I get visions in my brain. I call them on my eyelids. You know how you just see stuff? So I started this drawing, and it's really cool. And then I realized, why do I do this to myself? Because it's so tiny. You'll see it.
Anyway, when you see her
Is that included or is it extra?
Yeah, it's included. She said.
We should get one.
What kind you want me to look at the stuff on there?
It's included.
Yeah.
We can overdose on eggs. So as you're coming up, no curves. I want it to be. So pretend like you have DTs or some. Just go for it. Like I would just, make a shape that goes up. Yeah, use your arm, which you are.
Yeah.
And then
so we're just doing one line.
One line all the way up to the middle there. And this is probably where maybe you want to, so you want to do 3 branches. You got the main one and maybe one over here. So maybe there's like a main branch that goes up this way, and then maybe one that goes back this way, and then maybe one that goes down. So here. You don't have to follow this, but you're doing fine.
Yeah.
So this is the main one, or that could be the main one. Pick one that's the main one.
This is the main one here.
And
this one is just a square, and then
another one that goes down here. They're all kind of equal.
Oh, so yeah, maybe, I know. Huh?
Maybe bring this one. Use this one or this one. No, here.
Oh, here?
Yeah, because you're running into all the way up. There you go. No, that's good. Okay. So see how it's a little bit more asymmetrical?
I like it.
Yeah, you like it? Okay, good. So then at the bottom, they usually strip it pretty clean, so you're not going to have all these little branches coming out and stuff, right? So at the bottom, you want to have a strong base. We're going to do where it's realistic, where it's strong at the bottom and it slowly gets thinner and thinner on your way up. Yeah, no curves. Try to make it a little bit more. That's fine. You can fill it in later, right? We're going to leave these like this because we're going to put in all the flowers and the little branches, okay?
Okay.
So from here, I would stick with 3s. It just looks more natural, okay? Unless it's like crowded. If it's crowded here, you don't have to. Maybe this one only has 1. So you're going to, from more middle to the end, you're going to add like just 2 more branches like this. Okay, and then from the end of each one, just add 1 more. So not 3. If you want to, you
just
can.
One from the middle one?
Yeah, but make sure
from the main one?
Yeah, no, from each end.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so toward the end here like this.
Okay.
Unless you have, if you want to add 3, you can, if it fits, right? There you go. Maybe you could put 1 up here, end it off, and this one could add 1 more. Just kind of use your eye and see, maybe 1 up here, a small one. Yeah.
Fill it in.
Yeah. Okay. And then just to make it so that you kind of need, this is all empty right here, so you might want to shoot 1 off, like up here, but don't make it too symmetrical. So it's starting to get symmetrical.
Okay.
So maybe you want to shoot 1 up, but keep it low, or go down, one or the other.
Well, if I go down, then it will look symmetrical.
Okay. So go up, not too high. Yep. And then maybe add something there. Yep. And in your case, I think it would be kind of interesting if you did add maybe 1 like coming out here.
Down here
no,
or
not
up here?
Down there, because you don't want to make it a box, right?
Okay.
So maybe out here, but don't go out too wide. Go ahead. So for right now, scatter some flowers around the end and work your way in. And if you find if you want your eye to go this way, then you're going to put clusters over here, but you can put them out here because you're not going to draw every single little stem that comes out. Exactly. Just go. And exactly. So have at it. I'll grill you on questions.
Okay.
Sometimes when you get to the end, you can also do just do a circle, like the buds at the end. You don't have to make them fancy. You know how they look like this. Just make them circles. It doesn't have to be perfect. You want to do one where there's 3 on the side? See this one? Like that one? You know?
Oh, yes, side view.
Side view. And I think it works best too if these branches are just guidelines. Like if you feel like after you do this, you need to put like one there, just put one there. You can always fill in the branches or the stems later. What's your struggle? And don't think mentally or emotionally, just the eating part. Because that will lead to what's causing you to, because it is, right? You're taking in more calories than you're, so what makes you like sit, sometimes I'll be sitting on the couch one day eating a box of cookies or something.
Yeah.
I'll be like, why am I doing this? And then I realize it's stress or it's boredom or, but like, what do you find yourself doing where?
It could be boredom. It was stress.
What do you do? Like eat more than you want? Or does it make you feel good? Do you like eat in the car? Do you, I don't know.
I guess it makes me feel good.
It's a comfort thing.
Mm-hmm. It definitely. I'm like, you know what? I'm craving hamburger. Well, let's have some then. Or pizza, right?
So, but it's also the kind of food. See, this is what I'm talking about.
But I don't move around either, so that's also a problem.
But you don't eat what?
I don't eat like, say, you sit down with like some people sit down with a pint of ice cream or whatever.
You don't do that.
I don't do that.
Okay.
But
well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's my problem. Yeah.
I've just always been heavy. But of course, it's gotten out of control.
So, but now
at this point.
your health is.
Yeah, because now it's affecting my back. It's affecting my.
Okay.
And
you
breathing.
They have neighborhood or what's it called, next door and meetups where you can find your neighborhood and find people who have walking groups.
Yeah, I mean, I used to belong to a gym and I liked it.
Okay, well, what happened there? You said used to.
Todd died.
Okay, but...
And I couldn't get motivated to go back.
Okay, go to a different one.
I would never really like the gym, but I went. And then...
Yeah, but don't do something that you don't like because it's hard to sustain.
Right. That's the gym. And why I didn't really want to walk around my knee. One, I hurt after I walked for a certain amount of time. And I don't know, I just felt weird about, I didn't want to run into anybody.
Yeah. So
I felt like people were watching.
So
I don't know why.
Maybe you want to start with something that you don't have to. I like what you said the other day was, you kind of said it like you were embarrassed, but actually I think it's a really good thing. You said, I just walk around the block. You know what? Walk around the block 3 times a day.
Yeah,
it's
more
just
than
walking
once,
around
probably.
the block, right?
Right. Well, that's why I get out and I just go. I don't have to put on the special outfit or shoes.
It's only a block.
It's only a block,
or
and
2,
then
or whatever, Because I totally get the thing about the like it hurts, and whenever something hurts or it's uncomfortable, you're not going to do it.
Yeah. I want to do. I don't know. I don't want to get too crazy with my flowers, right?
Well, yeah, fill in a little bit more.
A little more.
So do some more half ones, like pick up. So right now it's all the same. So pick 3 places. I would pick this place and maybe here and here. So you have the, what was the, in Ikebana they have heaven, earth, and can't remember what the 3 are.
Okay.
I gotta look it up. Anyway, so you want to have one at the bottom. So maybe fill out here, because if you fill there and this is right on top, or if you fill here, fill way up here, and then one around here. Fill it more.
Okay.
Because you've seen Japanese blossoms where they're like completely clustered.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Like these, obviously you don't decide ones, but on the bigger ones, put like 3. Just
a little dots.
3 little dots.
Okay.
It'll make it more interesting if it's not on every single one, right? Were your either one of your parents creative?
Yeah. My mom, I could tell she would draw pictures sometimes as she wrote me a letter. And then my dad was mechanical.
Oh, so both your parents.
And he did woodworking and
right.
Just all kinds of things. Like I told you, he does candles now.
What about your sister?
My sister, she's she's more musical.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does more music. She was a part of the choir at her school.
Did you sing?
In junior high, I was in the choir.
Yeah.
But it wasn't really something that I seeked out.
Love.
Yeah.
Map out where you want to put the knots.
I definitely want a knot right here.
Sure. So put
right there.
Put a circle there. Circle where you want the knot. Okay. Maybe do 3. So maybe there's one really low at the bottom. Anywhere. Like down here or this one. Big one. You're trying not to make everything the same size. This is overwhelming to most people to go all the way up. And usually trees don't do that anyways, right? They get broken. So if, let's say, for instance, you wanted to just break this up, like what I would do is maybe come here and I would break this one up like that. So then I can do, and then let's say this is still overwhelming to me, and I can probably do another one. So then what I can do is I can just go in, and it doesn't have to be perfect because remember this is the bark of the tree and we want to make it pretty solid. So I might even make this solid here. Come down. But see, it's not so overwhelming when it's like, right? And maybe I want to make this solid. So start putting texture in there by line, or if you get to the point where you're like, at the base, I would try to make it more solid because this is what your tree is sitting on. When you get to the bottom, flare it out so it has some kind of base. But follow the line of the tree, however you made it. Good. Oh, it's beautiful. Okay, so more solid on the bottom.
More solid?
On the bottom, yeah, just to give it a little, not too much. I like I like how it looks. And go back to the flowers, fill it in more.
See, now you can see my art style is fast.
No, it's not.
I don't
You're not
concentrate.
anywhere near finished, though.
I know, I'm not sure what else to do now.
Well, draw some more flowers, so fill it in. I still feel like you're holding back. So
okay. Well, I thought I was just kind of clustering
the trunk
here.
looks good, so see how thick you are there? You need to do that thickness up to about here.
Okay.
See, like this. I'm gonna go in now and make these a little thicker.
All right.
Because I've drawn some of the flowers, right?
Okay.
But the good news is, the good thing is that, see, I've drawn the flowers there, so when I get to that, I'm not gonna go barreling over it. Because then what you're gonna do is after you're done, I'm not done with the flowers yet, so I'm not going to do it all over, but after you're done, then you want to make these solid black. Because that's what makes this really pretty, like very graphic Asian looking, like that. But make sure you do all the flowers first. After you thicken the branches, then do more flowers, and then you can continue to thicken the branches as you get up. But once you put all the branches in, then you can't have the white flowers, and you get what I'm saying, in front, right? Like stop, because you want to do more flowers here and stuff.
I see. Yeah.
Like do random, a cluster here, but more here and more here, more. Because it's not bonsai. And you will have a stray. We're going to do a stray one here, and maybe a stray one down, or even one over here, you know, to make it more like it's in nature. We can do that later. Yeah, I like it. It's pretty. Here, I'm gonna this will be fun. I'm gonna give you so use this for more of the flowers and put them in the back. It'll give it sort of like a, you know, like it's behind everything. And I'm gonna get a smaller pen. I'll just keep using it. See, it gives it a different. Doesn't that look like they're in the back now? You don't have to make it smaller. Just
okay.
You can, but you know, just by the fact that they're thinner, they'll look like they're in the back. Maybe these glasses are too strong.
They're too strong?
Yeah, I have like all kinds, like 0.5. I got 1s and 2s and I don't know, whatever's standing next to me at the pharmacy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute. You know, I'll just get that, and then I forget. Like, well, maybe I should have checked it.
Suddenly I'll have 6 of them sitting in one place, and then all of a sudden I can't find any.
Yeah.
Right? That's what happens.
Maybe you put one in the fridge like I do.
I had like 4 of them in my purse. I'm like, what the heck? I couldn't find any of them in the house.
Yeah.
They're all in my purse somehow.
Like hair ties, they all congregate in one area.
Oh, yeah.
You do realize that when we die, we'll find all those other socks and all of our reading glasses. on the bottom here. Because if you leave it like that, it looks like the tree's going to fall over. Actually, yours is really good. Mine looks like it's going to fall over. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the ground, and I'm going to do one of those Miyuki lines. So this is what I do. Like an ink brush, gone crazy. To give it like a little detail. And it kind of gives it sort of like an ink wash, or not ink wash, but like there's an ink quality that I see in a lot of Asian drawings where it's and they do it naturally with like a brush where they roll it in their hands while they're washing it. But anyway, I do it technically like that. And then after you do that, make it a little more solid. Like one solid line. See this space right here? Like make that solid. And then this here, let me mark this one. Make that solid. Make this solid. This solid.
That one there.
They have the lightest pink petals, but almost a black, what do you call it? Almost a black branches. And it's beautiful. So it looks like, so you got a little bit of leading it out, but don't go too far to the edge. Perfect. That's perfect.
Okay.
But not all together.
Oops.
Leave some, remember this is the reason why you drew these. So like this one here.
I drew right through it.
Yeah, exactly. Like this one here. Just do that one. That's what makes it interesting.
Okay.
Get too close. Oh, nice. Yours looks really pretty.
I like how it
you
came
always
out.
Yeah. I like the line work. Bye.